to its first ever Elite Eight appearance. So this team is excited about the future with Emily Kiser returning for her 5th year, Laila Phelia and Leigha Brown also returning for her 5th year.
And the Wolverines are off, winning the tip-off. They'll move down into Western's territory. Kiser controlling. She'll move out to the three-point line. That one looked for Phelia. Was out of bounds. Michigan, a quick, hot start there, winning the tip. Look to move the ball around.
In their previous games against Delaware State and St. Francis, they did struggle to get out of the gate early on. The other opponents were staying close, 4-6 points throughout the first quarter before Michigan was able to extend that lead. So no surprises so far.
And again, like you mentioned at the start, the Wolverines a stronger team here. Expect to see them come away with this. Camp Schrader from deep, that one just off the rim.
And I love it. Greta Camp Schrader, the transfer from Oregon State in her first year at Michigan, been shooting it so well through 2 games. Last game struggled a little bit from the outside, but has been shooting it so well throughout practices, and she's getting the start tonight. So that was way too open, had to shoot it.
Broncos with the ball, move it down to Michigan's area. Control it outside the three-point line. It's Hannah Spitzley with it. She'll move into the paint. Here's the layup. That one's good for 2. The Broncos on the board first. Wolverines move the ball back down into Bronco territory. Quick cut in off the backboard. That one ricochets back out. Quick recovery by the Wolverines. Jumper from the paint. Cameron Williams. Gabby Saxman with it to the near side for 3. That one off the rim, recovered by the Wolverines.
And Owen, as we started this broadcast, mentioned how poor the three-point shooting has been so far this season for Western Michigan. You can see the space that Michigan defenders are giving them along the perimeter.
Yeah, Western taking those shots from deep. Wolverines. She's been strong on defense so far. There's another block recovered by the Broncos. Off the rim, Michigan rebounds it once more. They've been great on rebounds so far. Here come the Wolverines, Camp Schrader. She'll move it back to Phelia.
And you can see the aggression.
Brings that aggression, cuts in, looks in. That's going to be Kiser again. Driving towards the net, good block from Western Michigan. She'll recover. That one's good. Wolverines back with the ball, far side of the court. For 3, just off the rim. Rebound for the Wolverines. It's Emily Kiser.
Western Michigan's going to have to put a body and box out.
Western Michigan does drive in. They'll get the layup. Back to Wiggins. In the paint, the Wolverines. It's Kiser. Quick rebound by Phelia. She'll get it. 15-8 the score.
Far in this game is the defensive rebounding for Western Michigan. Emily Kiser able to clean up a whole bunch of points offensively, and you saw Laila Phelia do the same just there.
And Western's defense falling apart against this tough, gritty Michigan offense. Western controlling the ball in Michigan's zone at the moment, moving it around the three-point line, unable to cut in. Yet after the timeout there, 4 seconds on the shot clock, they'll look to get it up. 15-10, Wolverines restart with the ball. Once more, it's Ari Wiggins.
Yeah, you see number 12, Ari Wiggins, another super athletic sophomore guard from Michigan. They've got a whole handful of them that we have yet to see tonight, starting with Laila Phelia, of course, but Ari Wiggins, Jordan Hobbs, and she has yet to come off the bench, and the sophomore transfer, Greta Camp Schrader, who got the start tonight. So a lot of really athletic sophomore guards that this team is excited about.
The Wolverines move the... Western brings it back down towards Michigan's defense. It's Abby Voss with it. She'll look to cut in, pulls up. Back on the near side at the three-point line. They'll move the ball around. Lauren Ross with it. Here's the cut in. Good blocking from Michigan for 3. Maggie Studelberg. That's Spitzley grabbing it out of the air for Western. She'll move back down court and turn it over herself. Wolverines, Phelia, good for 2.
And our first freshman sighting, Alyssa Crockett, into the game, who has done really well through 2 games of her collegiate career, essentially stuffing the stat sheets. She had 8 rebounds leading the team and 6 points and a steal in the first game of the season, and then followed that performance up with 6 assists and 4 blocks, and that 4 blocks are tied for the most by a Big Ten player this season. So really good stuff in the early going of Alyssa Crockett's career.
Western hits from deep. Greta Kampschrader back in the game for the Wolverines. 20 seconds remaining. Shot clock at 14. Michigan looking to cut in. Quick jumper. Ari Wiggins. 23-16. I'm Owen Crane alongside Dan Levine. Dan, decent first quarter action from the Wolverines.
Yeah, and it's so exciting to watch. You know, losing Naz Hillman, who was the face of this team for the last handful of years, won Big Ten Player of the Year her junior season. Now they have an opportunity to move on from that.
Nolan will toss the ball in. Quick pass to Alyssa Crockett. The Wolverines moving a lot within the paint, converting from the paint so far today. It's paying off for them so far, up 27-22 over Western Michigan. The Broncos hit another one from deep. Maggie Studelberg.
That's 5 threes already in this game for Western Michigan. Pretty close to their season total, so starting to get a little momentum, and we kind of expected that. Didn't expect them to miss threes forever.
Emily Kiser earns it to Greta Kampschrader. Schrader, quick handoff to Phelia. Good coverage from Western. Phelia looks to cut into the paint. She'll move it back to the three-point line. Crockett with it. She'll move it over. Kampschrader from deep. She's got it.
And defensively, I'm not sure what's going on there because a couple times now we've seen Greta wide open from the top of the key, and she should fire that shot away.
And again, Kampschrader, one of those players you got to watch. She's one of those star players for Michigan this year, and the Broncos leaving her wide open. That one.
The transfer over from Oregon State.
The Wolverines can make them before they end up in Big Ten play in just under half a month. December 4th, their home opener for Big Ten against Northwestern. Western controlling. Megan Wagner had the ball. She'll hand it off to Lauren Ross.
So those were 2 essential guards for this team as they went on the Elite Eight run last year. So a lot of room for players that didn't get as much playing time last year, and that's going to be fun to watch, see how this team takes shape.
Nolan comes up short. Broncos recover from deep. It's Maddie Waters. Michigan back with the ball. Leigha Brown has it. She'll move it over to Kiser. Kiser looks in. Laila Phelia for 2 on the layup.
The off-ball movement there.
And they really come together as a cohesive unit. 4-3. That was Deanna Richardson. She'll be just short. Wolverines recover. Maddie Nolan hands it off to Greta Kampschrader. Kampschrader, that's Phelia from a different zip code. Leigha Brown brings it down. Deep in the first half here, the exhaustion starting to set in for both of these teams. The Wolverines built on grit. They'll move it in back out to Phelia for 3 again. She's got it, nothing but net.
Right on cue, right? Still somewhat of a game as we're getting close to halftime. They're going to keep that physicality up.
30 seconds on the clock. Quick jumper. Leigha Brown hits it for 2. Our second half here, a University of Michigan football anthem stemming from the OSU game last year.
Right away, Western Michigan putting on that full court press, trying to eat a little bit of that shot clock to move along these possessions and get that ball in their hands.
The Wolverines
trailing by 16.
Yeah, a long road to go here. Michigan, Kampschrader, quick jumper there for 2. Now Western brings it back down into Michigan's territory. Wolverines defense looks strong so far. We'll see if they make the adjustments Coach KBA asked for. Another 3 from Western.
If not the brightest spot for this Michigan team, able to get a lot of offensive putbacks between Cameron Williams and Emily Kiser. And there's Cameron there, that patented one dribble.
Read that well. Nolan with the quick pass, executed perfectly. Step back for the Broncos. It's number 32, Maggie Studelberg. That one's off the rim. The Wolverines with that important rebound. Quick, long pass. Fake the 3. Here's Nolan for 3. She's got it. Confused there. 6 seconds on the shot clock. Quick drive in for Western. They'll move it back out. Shot clock down to 2. Shot attempt. That one nowhere near the basket. The Wolverines move back down. Quick drive. It's Emily Kiser for 2. It's Phelia. With the ball now. Pass is intercepted. On a drive, Hannah Spitzley. She'll take the layup.
I'd like to see Phelia.
Waters cuts into the net, looks for the layout. Wolverines recover the ball.
The presence of Cameron Williams' hand forced that layup off the mark.
Absolutely. Nolan cuts in, quick handoff. Emily Kiser with 2. Start to the third quarter here. It's their ball in their own territory. Cam Schrader controlling at midcourt as the Wolverines look to set themselves up. Under heavy pressure as she's been all game. Still able to maneuver the ball well. Wolverines cut in. It's Kiser in the paint for 2. Center. Michigan women's basketball games for any students watching are free with your M card. It's a fantastic experience for everyone here.
Definitely, and I'll add, if you want to get an inside look to what this team has been up to following that Elite Eight run, look up the Michigan-made docuseries that is on YouTube. You can watch it, 5 episodes, quick ones about this team and the individuals that make it up.
Phelia from downtown for 3. To Kiser, over to Phelia, back to Kiser in the paint. She'll go for it, rebound her own shot. Emily Kiser has it.
Of Danielle Rausch last year. Greta Kamschrader's done a great job stepping in that role, but Ari Wiggins and Michelle Sedor, who's inactive tonight, expect her to have a role on this team. So a few different players that can play point guard for this team as Leigha Brown knocks down that elbow jump shot.
Quick turnover from Maddie Nolan a moment before. Those are the type of mistakes you can make against a team like Western, but you won't be able to against the Big Ten opponents that are coming up in December or January. So, again, good training time for the Wolverines here. Western knocks in 2, 70-41. Michigan still sitting comfortably with its lead. Williams with the ball just outside the paint. Quick jumper. That's good for 2.
And as this league continues to grow, I suspect Coach Rico will go a little bit deeper to her bench. You can see Ari Wiggins just checking into the game here. And a few injuries at the end of the bench there for Michigan. Kyra Evans, Isabel Verjao, Whitney Solom. So not too much of a bench to go to, but Coach Rico won't hesitate to use her whole roster.
3 is good for Western. We've said her name plenty. Tonight, Wolverines controlling once more. Leigha Brown with it on the near side. She's taking her time resetting. Wolverines taking a much-needed break. Time expiring here in the third quarter. Brown, a final drive, 4 seconds on the clock, 4-3. The Wolverines got it. Nothing but net for Jordan Hobbs.
Definitely going to win, and I'm looking forward to cheering with them.
I've been paying attention to you on the sidelines. You have the camera out.
Do.
What is the reasoning behind the camera?
Much better photographs. Got a little bit of telephoto, and just quality pictures a lot better. I can't wait to upload them to my Instagram feed.
Michigan Wolverines are 10-0 for the first. Cool.
Okay.
Right,
Sideline reporter Amir Bektash and new University of Michigan president Santa Ono. You know, Dan, I got to say, it is very hard to not be a fan of Santa Ono, a fan of Michigan sports. He carries that camera around with him like he just talked about. He's loving his time in Ann Arbor.
This is not the first time I've seen him at a Michigan basketball game, men's or women's, in his young presidency. And you're right. I mean, he just cares. He just cares about Michigan athletics, and he cares about supporting the student body. And you love to see that. You love to see him here supporting this women's team, who is coming off a great season. And they really, you love to see these.
Back in for Michigan. Moves it over to Ari Wiggins. Haven't seen too much of her tonight. Wiggins, ball stolen from her. Western on a drive. They'll move it back out to Maggie Stuttleberg. Oh, reliable, nothing but net.
Use the body to stay in front and not reach.
Certainly aggressive defense from Phelia. Western back with the ball. They'll move it to the far side.
Probably some frustration following that air ball.
Abby Voss controlling. Pass is deflected by the Wolverines. Picked back up by Western. Successful recovery for the Broncos. They'll move it down low to Spitzley. Cuts in off the backboard. She's got the layup. Wolverines ball now. Maddie Nolan starts us off. She'll have it at about mid-court. Looks on the cut-in. Under tight defense, it's Megan Wagner. On defense, she'll hand it off to Phelia.
Won't see Maddie Nolan in that point guard spot bringing the ball up the floor a whole lot, but in this blowout, Coach Rico giving her senior the opportunity to do just that.
Pass to Williams. Clean drive. She's got it.
So Kiser and Williams getting some floor time together, which we've seen a little bit more today than we've seen in previous games, and they're finding each other working well together.
Western earns itself another 2 point. Laila Phelia with it, top of the circle. Looks like she's calling for plays here. Nolan on the near side. Tries for the pass in. Good block by Western. The Wolverines under pressure still. Get it to Kiser. Moves it over to Phelia for 2. Up by 26 points, 85-59 the score. 5:37 left in the fourth quarter. Michigan back with the ball. It's Elise Stuck marching down. Pass to Laila Phelia, who's got
A
it.
second before realizing that she can cut to the basket and get a wide open layup.
Western goes for another 3, and they've been hitting them so far today. That one off the back of the rim. Nolan recovers for Michigan, brings it back down. Camp Schrader at top, up to Kiser. She's got the easy layup. Being the better team, it stands out because sometimes Western finds those gaps as well. They just can't convert. Michigan does. There's another example.
And there it is again.
Western recovers it. Another 3 attempt, this time from Deanna Richardson. That one not too close to home. Nolan, bring it back down from Michigan. She has Camp Schrader. Opts to go low instead. It's Kiser with it. Quick handoff to Elise Stuck for 2. For points, goes for another 3. They haven't hit one in a while. 32, Maddie Studelberg, the star of their 3-point program, misses once more. Camp Schrader. Pass over to Phelia. That up before Big Ten play begins. 4-3. Leigha Brown, that one not quite so sure. Laila Phelia will cut in. She'll get the 2.
And that is all Elise Stuck. It's something that this coaching staff of Michigan has been talking about endlessly, getting on those loose balls.
Western perfectly hits the 3.
In front of this home crowd and on this court.
Leigha Brown
at the next level.
Absolutely. Leigha Brown hits both free throws. Brings us to 99 points for Michigan. Meanwhile, Western dead. 8 seconds left in the game. Can Western pull something together here off the rim? Wolverines with 2 seconds settle for 99.
Didn't quite get to 100, but they'll work on that.